They lost the war. Their cities were in ashes, millions were displaced, factories bombed, resources gone, morale shattered. And yet, within just a few decades, Japan went from surrender to Sony, from rubble to robots. This is how one of history's greatest economic comebacks happened. Before World War II, Japan was a rising force. It had modernized rapidly, defeated empires, and built a military machine. But it turned aggressive, expanding across Asia. In 1941, Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, bringing the U.S. into the war and setting up its own downfall. In 1945, the U.S. dropped 2 atomic bombs. Hiroshima, Nagasaki. Japan surrendered. The country was devastated. Tokyo, Osaka, flattened. Over 9 million people were homeless. Factories were destroyed. Inflation exploded. Japan was not just defeated, it was obliterated. But that was the starting point, not the end. From 1945 to 1952, under U.S. occupation, Japan was reshaped. General Douglas MacArthur and his team implemented sweeping changes: a new constitution, land reform, education reform, and economic reconstruction. In 1949, the Dodge Plan was introduced: cut spending, control inflation, and focus on exports. It was painful, but it worked. The yen stabilized, and Japan took its first steps toward rebuilding. Then came the Korean War in 1950. The U.S. needed supplies, and Japan delivered. Factories reignited. Businesses flourished. This was called the special procurement boom, and it gave Japan momentum it never had before. But recovery wasn't enough. Japan aimed higher. It invested heavily in education, especially in engineering and science. Work culture emphasized discipline and continuous improvement, known as Kaizen. Every system was refined. Every product made better. Japan didn't invent most consumer tech, but it perfected it. In the 60s and 70s, Japan took over global markets: cars from Toyota, Honda electronics from Sony, sharp cameras from Canon, Nikon. Games from Nintendo and Sega, made in Japan, no longer meant cheap. It meant reliable. Behind the scenes was MIDI, Japan's Ministry of International Trade and Industry. It didn't just regulate, it coordinated entire industries, backed R&D, and guided exports with precision. By the 1980s, Japan was the second largest economy on Earth. Sony's Walkman changed how people listened to music. Toyota became the standard of reliability. Nintendo rewrote entertainment. But then came the bubble and the burst. In the 1990s, Japan entered its lost decade. Asset prices collapsed. Growth stalled. The momentum faded, but the foundation stayed strong. Even today, Japan leads in industrial robotics, automotive innovation, precision optics, and semiconductors. Companies like Toyota, Sony, Nintendo, Canon, they're still shaping the world, often behind the scenes. They didn't win through force. They won through patience, discipline, and relentless refinement, from devastation to a tech empire. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. What countries rise or fall should we break down next? Comment below.